Good afternoon, this is Charles Kelly from London. How are you doing today? Well, I want to show you today how you can make money in property, whether the market is going up or down or sideways. There are strategies you can use to make money in property, whatever the market. Now, we know that in the UK, the economy crashed last year by nearly 10%, yet property prices rose by between 7 and 8%, depending on which figures you look at. And in fact, now the latest news is that house prices and actual numbers of sales and transaction are literally surging at the moment. There's a spring surge amongst government moves to stimulate the market, literally. And this is data now, the official data from HM Revenue and Customs, or HMRC, shows that UK property transactions in March hit the highest monthly level since modern records began in 2005, which is amazing. The housing market has been relatively immune to the COVID crisis as people reconsider where they want to live. And really, when you're buying a property to live in, it doesn't really matter whether it goes up or down. Now, I know we've had the stamp duty holiday, which has helped stimulate the market, but nevertheless, people, not everybody is in a crisis. A lot of people have got money. People have got more money most people have got more money in their savings accounts than they had a year ago, despite the COVID crisis, because they're spending less, literally. Now, official data also shows that the average UK house price, according to the revenue figures, is 8.6% in a year to March. And there are 180,000 property sales actually in March. This is a non-seasonally adjusted HMR figure, shows that it was more than double the amount from March last year and 50% higher than February. So the market is really hotting up, I would say, definitely. And now many people are asking, okay, so this market's going up. Will it be a bubble? Will prices fall after this surge? Well, I think there are a number of factors that could prevent a fall in prices, and one of them being that the recent launch of a new government-backed scheme which will bring back 95% mortgages, allowing people to buy a property with just a 5% deposit. Now, they haven't been around for years, maybe for 10 years as far as I know. So 95% mortgages are definitely back due to a government loan guarantee scheme which allows lenders to lend at higher rates than they would otherwise do so. Now, another factor is that whenever governments have pumped in billions and now it's trillions into the economy, as they are now in America, Europe and the UK, and this has always resulted in asset prices such as property rising. And this happened after the 2008 financial crisis, that when literally all this money was going in, it eventually leads to more borrowing and more money being available for people to buy property. And that's what's happened. That literally happened after that 2008 crisis. Property had gone down and they went up again. And the truth is, nobody really knows for sure. I mean, some experts are predicting that we're in for a new surge, a new boom. Because in the long term, property prices have always gone up. You can go back to records 1,000 years, and property has pretty much always gone up in value. It may have stayed stable for a number of years, but it's always recovered and gone up. It kind of goes up in waves, doesn't it? Maybe not waves, but spikes up and down. There's been times when it's been down. But if you look at the massive fortunes of say, the Duke of Westminster that's built a fortune in property over hundreds and hundreds of years, they're not worried about prices going up or down. They will probably be buying more if prices went down. And they're sitting on a fortune that's ticking over, it's making money for them, whether the market is going up or down. Now, you're not the Duke of Westminster, but what if there was a strategy which enabled you to invest in property without risking your own money, and which makes money for you whether the market goes up or down? Well, there is a strategy like that. And my good friend Kevin McDonnell is hosting a complimentary event tonight, which will show you the benefits of the potential of creating a property portfolio without putting your own life savings into it and without risking your life savings. And in this webinar, you'll discover the beauty of no money down investing. Now, Kevin, I know Kevin. I'm on one of his mastermind groups. He's one of the smartest people I know, certainly the smartest property investor I know, and he can show you how he went from literally broke and in debt to multimillionaire within a few short years. In fact, Kevin is not worried about a market correction. He's not worried about whether the market is going up or down, because he will make money in a rising or falling market or a sideways market. He's got his strategy together. Now, his next session is today, and if you're watching this on Thursday the 22nd of April, his session is tonight. If you're watching it another time, then ping me a messenger or an email, and I'll put you onto another session. But tonight he's got one in a couple of hours at 7 p.m. tonight, and you can learn from that. And it's a free event, so you know it's a no-brainer. Why not go onto it instead of watching EastEnders? Go onto this session, and he'll tell you why this strategy is right for you. And this, I think, after tonight, if you just spend a couple of hours with Kevin, you'll see how invaluable this strategy is, because no matter what obstacles come into your way, there are strategies you can use to make money in property without risking your own money and without worrying about whether the market is going up or down or whatever. Okay, so you learn how to gain assets with little or even none of your own money in some circumstances, and how to create relationships to do so, and how to really build wealth long term, but without risking your own money. Now, there's so much people don't understand about this strategy. A lot of people, it can't be done. It can't be done. I remember my solicitor years ago telling me it must be a scam, you know, but it's not. There's nothing could be further from the truth. And this is why the No Money Down web class tonight, in a couple of hours, will be showing you strategies on how to build and grow a property portfolio over time. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. Property is a long-term investment, but without risking your own savings. That's the key. And this strategy is timeless. You know, people have been investing in no money down strategies, not just in the last few years, but for centuries. If you look back over time, you'll find that many investments, many fortunes have been made using other people's money, and still are today. In fact, in bigger business, it's used even more than it is now. You can go out and borrow multi-billion pound to do proper projects, and it's done without you risking people's own money. Richard Branson goes into projects without using his own money. He uses his name and his brains, but he doesn't risk all his money on every property. So if this sounds right for you and it's up your street, then join Kevin tonight, 22nd of April. So if you're watching this tomorrow or something, then it's not tonight. Just send me an email and I'll find another web class for you. But it's tonight, 7 p.m, and Kevin will reveal how to quickly build and maintain a successful property portfolio. So I'm putting a link up here right now. Click on the link and they'll explain how to sign up for this free web class. Thanks very much for listening, and have a great evening. Don't miss out on this opportunity to get into property using none of your own money. Click on the link below. Thanks very much, and I'll say good night for now. Bye for now.